shop's a reckless machine, and every spark is carving out our fate. The molds are waiting to bite, the silver dripping like night. This is the chaos every Wednesday we create. We're counting down. The temp is rising high. We forge the crown. No limits in our sky. It's the Midweek Meltdown. Da-da-da-da. The Midweek Meltdown. Da-da-da-da. Grab your seat, embrace the blast. These pours were never built to last. Yeah, it's the Midweek Meltdown. Da-da-da-da. We're pouring silver tonight. The furnace glowing bright. It's the moment all the savages wait for. The moles are hungry again. The metal's letting loose rage, and every pour becomes a legend on the floor. We're counting down, 'cause once it hits that flame, there's no turning down. This reckless night. It's the Midweek Meltdown. The Midweek Meltdown. We're melting fire into art. Every pour's a savage start. Yeah, it's the Midweek Meltdown. The metal's ready to scream. The shop's a reckless machine, and every spark is carving out our fate. The molds are waiting to bite, the silver dripping like night. This is the chaos every Wednesday we create. We're counting down. The temp is rising high. We forge the crown. No limits in our sky. It's the Midweek Meltdown. Da-da-da-da. The Midweek Meltdown. Da-da-da-da. Grab your seat, embrace the blast. These pours were never built to last. Yeah, it's the Midweek Meltdown. Da-da-da-da.
It's like perfect timing. Can you guys hear me? Top of the morning to you. Turn this down so I don't hear myself talk. 2 minutes late. Yeah, it happens. I was fucking around in the shop today. We have some new equipment and not the one we want, but lost track of time. Let's see if we can get the limit of wonder up on the screen. 2.6 troy ounces. Yeah. What's up, Mitchell? Good to see you, man. Good to see everybody. Make sure you're sharing this out with everybody you know. Let's get a bunch of people in here. I know you guys don't want competition, but it's how the brand grows. It's how your secondary market grows. And if it grows for 8 hours, thank your doctor. For those of you that are new, I'm Reckless Metals. Well, the owner of Reckless Metals. I guess I could be. I am Reckless Metals. Tonight we are going to be pouring some limited vintage pieces here on the live stream. Only 15 available for you savages. This one's 2.6 on average troy ounces. Could be a little less, could be a little more. Prototype auction will run throughout the stream. Shoot, I don't even know what spot is. Give me a second. I'll find out what spot is. $84.34. So give me a second. I'll give you a price for what the production run will go for. $300, and that is shipped. So sometime throughout the stream, in order to snag one of the 15 we're producing, I'll give out a safe word. First 15 people to spell that safe word correctly will win an invoice for $300. And like I said, the prototype auction will run throughout the stream. So go ahead and get your bids in. Someone will keep track of what your bid is. Sorry, I'm getting kind of sick. I can show you the next set. Let's pull that out. I'm all stuffy. I can't breathe. We've showed it a few times, but while we wait for the silver to melt, might as well show off the next 8 characters of the Reckless comic book series. Favorite part was scraping the sand? Come on, it's not the melting. It's not the hot. The fire. Got Deadpool. All skull versions of some of the characters you know and love. There they are. That'll be the next 8, and hopefully sometime throughout the next 8 weeks I'll be able to get the rest of the models made for the 8 villains from each set. Haven't even decided that yet, but $350, the Wheeze. Hope everyone's doing well. 56 people hanging out with us. Make sure you're sharing this out. Let everybody know this is Midweek Meltdown. We'll be pouring a few pieces live. We'll be casting a few pieces live, or we'll be casting a few of this model live, so you can see the process and how we create the pieces that get shipped out to you and end up in your stack. For those of you that were waiting on the half-ounce stackers, we will start producing them on Friday. Care Bear series? I should do it, huh? Should do a Care Bear series. No, I don't like I thought this would be a fun series. I try to stay away from some of the IP shit, but I figured we had to do these with skulls. I mean, it is pretty reckless. Yeah, fuck! It took us forever to get that sheet silver in, and finally got it all. Finally got enough of it. Should be able to produce about 400 pieces. That's a process, man. I didn't think it was going to take so long to get that much sheet silver, but you know, that's the way it goes. Tonight's piece is The Woman of Wonder. And excuse me if I sound congested or breathing my nose is stuffed. I'm having a hard time. Alright, let's get this one poured up and then we'll go into the casting process. A little bit of fire. That's my favorite part. That's my absolute favorite part. Molten metal. I don't know. I like the designing part too. Also, if you guys are curious, the second character in the Last Testament will be released on Friday on our Facebook. Make sure you're following us on the Reckless Metals group. It'll be posted. I'll post some information about it tomorrow. Let me get you over to the casting table real quick. I'll post some release info about it. And I'll let you know that it won't have the price. I don't come up with the price till right as we post it, because usually lock in silver right before a sale goes live, and then that lets me know what I'm going to be selling it for. So it'll give you the information on the weight and when we'll release it and how many we're making and all of that. But price will be dropped when we make the sales post. With how volatile silver is, it's the only way we can do it. Oh, thanks, Christopher. Appreciate you, man. All right, so we got a little bit of this is the model, a little bit of parting powder. Not too much, not too little. Just enough to not make that sand stick. Like I said before, you got to find out where you're going to come in with your vents or your sprue. I'm going to come right here, right on our boobie. We use a proprietary blend of red clay made in-house, oil bonded sand. Going to get a nice little sprinkle on there and lock her in place. Cold-blooded. I usually sell hats on our live streams. We just got a bunch in, and my wife has been busy with packages this week, so haven't been able to make them. So probably not this Saturday. Probably next Saturday we'll have them on the live stream. We'll have a few of our older designs and then a few new ones. I'm also ordering another batch of hats to get shipped to us. Blank. My wife does all the heat pressing in house. We have a customer of ours that does embroider all that, so we're gonna be getting some embroidered here pretty soon. But check us out on the Shrek and Wreck show on Saturdays. That's where you're gonna be able to get the hats. I don't put them on the website because when they go out of stock, then I get lots of questions about a stock, and we don't keep a lot of those in stock. How about a hoodie? Hoodies are sold out. The guy that does embroidery also does shirts and hoodies. We're waiting for some samples to come in, and we'll be getting right on that here pretty soon. I feel sluggish today. A little bit out of it today. So I apologize if I'm not as fun and charismatic as I normally am. If you want to find the fun and charismatic me, follow me on my OnlyFans. Grower, not a shower. Just kidding. There she is. Yeah, it's posted on our Facebook. You can check it out there as well if you guys are curious of what the piece looks like. I do post it on the Facebook before we go live so you get a nice clear picture of what it looks like. 2.6 troy ounces. Start the first half of the sprue. Get that loose sand all cleaned up. And put a little hole in the back. Prevent the divot on the back side that really causes a huge difference in weight. Finish off the sprue. This is the part where the silver is going to be pouring in. Man. Cut in some nice vents for the gases. Oil bonded clay creates a lot of smoke. So we need these little vents to let the gases out. Yes. Yes, it does, Mr. D. Yes, it does. If you guys ask a question and I miss it, it's kind of hard to pay attention to the chat and do the sand casting. So if I didn't answer your question, you can ask it again a little bit later. When we go over to the furnace side, I'm paying a little bit more attention to the chat than I am here. We got our the final step in us getting our coin machine was waiting for the dies to be modeled. We have one bar and two bar dies and two coin dies, front and back. Finally got them in today, so it means we're one step closer to getting our coin machine in-house. I'm excited. I'm going to have to fly out to the East Coast for some training here pretty soon. Don't know when exactly, but there she is. Take that. Most crucial step for me, shaving off this stack, because I use a piece of plywood that covers that whole back. If I don't do that, it squeezes that sand in and throws the weights off of this. All right, let's get you over to the pour station, grab another mold, and head on over. Follow me into the darkness. Furnace. You will find out in Vegas what the Vegas pour and Rolo will be. The Vegas pour and Rolo. What's up, Sphincter? Come on, focus, lady. Focus. There she is. In all her wonder. 2.6 troy ounces. Yeah, if you place an order with us on the live stream, you can hit us up at info@recklessmetals.com. Lemon water. Muy delicioso. For those of you just tuning in, if you don't know what we're doing here, this is the Midweek Meltdown. We're pouring 15 of those, the Woman of Wonder. Man, my voice is fucked up tonight. Sorry, guys. Pouring 15 of those tonight. Sometime throughout the stream, I'll give you a safe word. That safe word, if spelled correctly and you're one of the first 15 people to do so, you'll win an invoice for $300. 2.6 troy ounces. We also have the auction for the prototype running throughout the stream. Not sure where we're at on that, but we do have $380. Oh wait, no, it's $390. $390 the wheeze. Got $390 the wheeze. At least that's what I see. Yes. Can't get mad at the mods. I don't pay them. $420 high bid. $420 high bid. For those of you that are trying to get into pouring, I do recommend a propane furnace. Don't fuck around with electric ones. You'll thank me later. You'll thank me later. Trust me. That's a trust me, bro statement. Trust me. All right, let's go. Well, I'll do the fun shots here at the end. I didn't have enough casting for you guys, so I got to take you over to the sand cast, and we got to get the next one going. If we don't, we won't pour as many live. Yeah, I'll show that on the next one. I'm gonna take this camera down real quick. Get you set up here. All right, that should give you a nice fire shot the next time we go. Like I said, I was a little behind on getting these things prepped, so we're gonna be shimmying and shaking back and forth. Yeah, it's just less mechanical components that could go wrong on you. Hell, for the crucible price alone, it's worth it just to get the gas. I spent $9 on my crucibles, and they last probably 20 times longer than those 100% graphite ones from in the electric ones. Yeah, it's just better all around. I think people get electric just because of this, where they're at. Definitely don't want to do an electric furnace in a small, or a propane furnace in a small enclosed area. Make sure you have proper ventilation. Soon I'm hoping this coin machine is taking twice as long to get here than we expected. I can't wait to meet them in person and let them go. Kind of bullshit, but they already got 75% of the money, so I guess they could take as long as they fucking want. But when you tell someone 6 to 8 weeks and then it becomes 15 weeks, 15 weeks and we finally got the dies done, which means probably another 3 weeks before we even go into training because they still got to manufacture them or cut them. Kind of horse shit. But what do you do? As soon as we get that in, we'll be working to get caught up on the Lunar Series because we did miss last year's. We will get that one out. And then shortly thereafter, we'll get the current lunar year, Infected Lunar Series. This kind of thing that stopped using the mint that we were using. It happens. But that machine in, we're gonna definitely get to working on those dies and get that out to you as soon as possible. It'll be a year late. What do you do? 69 Savage is hanging out with us. Thank you very much. Sometimes people suck. It's absolutely true. Nowadays, it's becoming more and more true. Except when you're out with the Savages. That's a group of good fucking people. All right. We'll cast one more after this. So we still at 390, Peter, on that thing, or did Bob bid it up? I think Bob bids a little higher. He might have been at 420. 440 the Wheeze. All right, thank you. Thank you. What was the question? Yes, Anthony. If you spell the safe word correctly and you're one of the first 15 people to do so, you will win an invoice from us. And if you win an invoice and you haven't gotten an invoice from us on a live stream before, I'll need you to email me your shipping info. We do email our invoices. I'll email them tomorrow morning. So you have all night to get me your information. And on the invoice, it'll have all of our payment options. One thing I do want to point out, I don't have a PayPal friends and family. It is a business account. They won't allow us to take friends and family. So if you're going to pay with PayPal, there are fees involved with it. I have two separate prices next to our PayPal information. One of them is a scan. You can scan a QR code, and it cuts the cost of the fees in half. So you can do that, and all you have to do is just scan the QR code with the phone. Why they do it that way, I don't know, but they offer that. So if you're going to pay with PayPal and you want to save some money on the fees, just hit me up for the QR code, and we'll email that. We'll reply to the email with that code, so you can open it up on your computer and take a picture with your phone. Super simple. Cut your fees down from 4% to 2%. Events done. If you do win an invoice from us, you have 48 hours. If not, your invoice will be canceled. And we have plenty of Savages that'll take this piece, so make sure you pay. We should be shipping these out likely Tuesday of next week. We're backlogged on shipping. It's just me and the wife doing the shipping department, so the website's been absolutely crazy, but we'll get the pieces to you, I promise. Haven't had an issue with getting pieces to people yet, unless you don't pay. All right, let's go cast another one. 66 Savages. We're losing them, guys. Keep them entertained. I guess they don't like the fire. Let's go. All right, back at the furnace. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and shoot. I'll take a look real quick and take a step away from here. Fire, 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 fire. PayPal does suck. Today's secret word. $440 high bid. Oh, it was a mess, Potter. It was a mess. A lot of cleanup at the end. Then we introduced tacos. It was a lot. There was a lot going on. Super windy over here. Those boys were entertained, though. We had two studs on the couch. Yeah, they got themselves into a sticky situation. $440. That was fun. We had a good time. All right, let's do this. Let's go. I put the silver in this time, so you guys will be happy to know that. All right, and then we'll take you over to the fire. Let's see if I can get this done in time. Main. Let's do some fire. Can we see it? Oh yeah, you can. It's nice. Ready? Fire. That was hot this time. All right, one more sand cast. It got my thumb. Wasn't that bad. Just a little smoke. Yeah, right. Let's go again. Go through gloves like crazy on the midweek meltdown. Let's see here. How's the couch looking? Not good. Not good. All right. Yeah, it's not. This ain't the hardest thing I've ever done. You know, you just got to be very. Yeah, the practice makes better. We still have flaws in our pours, but that's what I like about them. I like the little differences. Not crazy, but in each pour makes them unique to each other. We try and keep them as consistent as possible, but you know, this sand, man, it's so fine, and you're gonna get little sand pockets in some of them, but I think it adds to the whole look. We're not, you know, casting, or we're not making, you know, super high dollar coins and charging you $250 for an ounce, where those you would expect perfection, but these things come pretty damn close. We've been doing this since 2018. Well, not the sand casting part of it. We didn't introduce the closed casting till like late 2019. But yeah, you start doing these things for 80 hours a week, you could get it. Just practice, practice, practice. One thing you do when you're doing this is subtle changes. If you don't like how something turned out, change one thing. Don't change everything. Change one thing, see if that works. If it doesn't, change another thing. And if that doesn't work, you'll end up finding out where the issue is. There's only a few things that could go wrong to make something look bad. I'll tell you, I'm an idiot. I could do this shit. So can you. Errors are fun. I don't call them errors, guys. I call them fuck ups. Let's call it what they are. I fucked up. Errors sound too, I don't know. Too professional. Just a guy pounding sand. He fucks things up, huh? Occasionally. We just sent out a piece, and I thought, you know what, maybe I should do that. Maybe I should redo this piece. I said, you know what, nah, it's fun that way. We sent out a piece with a reverse back. It was upside down. Brother's like, do you want to melt it? I'm like, nah, our people will like it. Fuck it. So whoever placed an order last week, check your 2-ounce pieces. One One of them, the reverse, is upside down. Flaws? No. Fuck ups. Flaws? Nah. They're just fuck ups. Got that song stuck in my head. All right. Sometimes her eyes like to fall out, so I just give it a nice little tap. Tippity tap. Put them back in. All I'm doing is cleaning up the sprue, opening it up a little bit more now that the mold's out. Same thing with the venting. Just make sure it connects to the mold cavity. And then clean out the excess with a nice brush. You don't want sand in your cracks. 50-cent blow. Not too hard. Don't want to do that yet. Those are up. Then scrape the back. Bam. Alright. That's it for tonight. Now we'll go cast these last two. We'll have some chit chats. Let's go. Grab my phone, my mold. Head on over to the table. Alright. Furnace. Da, da, da. So Barney, how you doing? We used to make pretzel pipes to smoke out of. Pretzel pipes. Is that kind of like the apple? Poke a hole in an apple and you do it with pretzels? That's cool. 440 high bid. No Pokemon. We don't do that. It would be funny. You gotta catch them all, but no Pokemon for me. Let's see here. 72 sandwiches. I worked at California Pretzel. Man, we went to my daughter's gymnastic competition. There's this spot, a little truck. They make the best pretzels. They're like deep fried pretzels. So good. Oh. So every year in March, end of February, we get to go to that competition. So I get to look forward to it. It's the only time I've ever seen that truck around. Coho Ben. It is fun, man. It is fun. You gotta play a little bit of fire. Live on the dangerous side. All right. Man, I haven't even thought of the secret with a safe word. Fuck. What have we talked about today? Ooh. I got a good one. Remember, if you spell this, I'm going to give out a safe word here shortly. You got to be one of the first 15 to spell it correctly in order to win the invoice for tonight. They are 2.6 on average, troy ounces, 15 mintage piece. 2.6 troy ounces. I got 440 on the high bid. What's your thought on reckless pieces on the aftermarket? I like seeing my customers make money. Um, Obviously, I like to make money. I need to make money to stay open. But we do have a website that does that for us. You could check us out at www.recklessmetals.com. We also have a Facebook group where we'll post some sales in there. Um, it's the Reckless Metals group on Facebook if you're there. I kind of stopped with Instagram. Instagram just sucks now. So we'll post up a little bit here and there. I just keep it mainly to talk to my artists and 3D modelers and that. But Facebook's where we're at mostly. And then we do live streams on Saturday night. We'll do live sales on the Shrek and Rec Show, 5 p.m. Pacific, every Saturday night here on the same YouTube page. So make sure you're subscribed to our channel. Turn those notifications on so you know when we go live. We're live every Wednesday and every Saturday. Wednesday for the Meltdown and Saturday for the Shrek and Rec Show. But we do a lot of releases on Facebook right now. Kind of slowed down on website releases for a little bit. We were anticipating that coin machine coming in and getting that all fired up. That's not here, so all of our releases really got pushed back quite a bit. We'll be working on those here soon, but just tune into the Facebook group. You'll be happy with some of the releases we do there. We have one coming up Friday. It'll be the second piece of the Last Testament series. Yeah, it's going. Yeah, me too. I'm stoked on that. The dies we have coming in are fun. You guys will like this first one we got coming out in the round. The bar we had designed was just a generic bar, something we're going to be able to offer at lower cost. It's pretty. It's a cool bar. Last time I opened this, that silver wasn't even solidified yet. Oh no, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh shit! Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it! We're good. You can watch that burn for a little bit. All right. Those of you that are wondering what the safe word was going to be, the safe word is going to be sickness. Oh, get up, come on, get down with the sickness. I'm sick as a dog. I think Trenton got me sick. All right, let's do this. Let me back out of the chat. Make sure we refresh. Make sure we got the top messages or to switch to all messages. All right, first 15 Savages to get the piece tonight. We got Potter with number 1, Peter Baker number 2, Louise number 3, Two Girls One Bar number 4, Ben Dover number 5, Mitchell BG number 6, Peter Dyson number 7, Jason Steve number 8, Gordon Donnelly number 9, Nick Hooten number 10, Peepin' Mofo number 11, Jamie Troy, good to see you, number 12, Adam Hartman number 13, Mystic Pines Apothecary number 14, and Silver Bean Counter number 15. Let me make sure we're correct there. James Visky, you missed an E. Let me screenshot this. Oops. Screenshot. Come on down. I'll read that off one more time. Potter number 1, Peter Baker number 2, Louise number 3, Two Girls One Bar number 4, Ben Dover number 5, Mitchell BG number 6, Peter Dyson number 7, Jason Steve number 8, Gordon Donnelly number 9, Nick Hooten 10, Peepin' Mofo 11, Jamie Troy 12, Adam Hartman 13, Mystic Pines 14, and Silver Bean 15. Treat. I have sickness because I'm slow. Yeah, still a chance to grab the Porto. The Porto, James McGee, Grind City Metal says, still a chance to try or to grab the Porto. Portillo sounds so good. Fuck. Mm. 550. Holy hell. 600. What the fuck? What happened? Oh, I'm sorry. What's a setness? It's like a setness shot. Yeah, Raphael, you should have. Fucking have a good one, Ben Dover. Stuffy nose. Yeah, I'm all fucked up over here. Let's see. Angry lifted. He's angry. $600. Oh, you guys want to? Oh, let me show you. I'm gonna do it just to show you guys. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Just leave me alone. I fucking hate making acrylics, but I made these. I made this for the ones that won the prototype. I thought it'd be super cool. They spent big money on a 1.1 troy ounce piece, so I'm like, I gotta make them something cool. Oh shit! Is it following me? Furnace. My bad. What the hell's going on? Oh, there it goes. I don't know if it's all in there. Yeah. I will say this. You guys have spoken, and I'm giving these to the people who want them for free. But I just ordered like $1,000 worth of acrylic, so maybe they will be available soon. I don't know. We'll see if I feel like making it when the acrylic gets here. Um, well, we did buy that new UV printer. Thought that's a great way to use it. I'm not going to be doing UV printed stuff that often. We'll do it for like Slamageddon, but whoa, Eddie. Whoa, man. I'm going to leave the fingerprints on there just because of that. And that's actually one of the reasons why I don't like doing the acrylics. Is our shop is messy. We got dust. It's hard to keep clean. We don't have one of those really nice, um, sterile environments. So when I make these acrylic things, I'm always like, fuck, that looks like shit. There's a little dust all over it, and I don't want to clean it up because every time I clean it up, there's more dust on it. So it's like, do I really want to get into that and then have people complain about dust? I don't know. But you guys don't mind that. Oh, she came out real nice. Don't worry, that's not the pour. That's the... Damn, she's looking real good. Remember I told you guys I like to pull it out when it's hot? Yeah, damn near cleans it up for me. I have very little cleanup to do on that sand. So all that sand pretty much is reusable. Just the little charred edges and that thin layer I have to scrape off, but the bulk of it's done. That's why I like to pull them hot. Less work for me on the ass end of things. Let's see here. Furnace. See if I can get this thing to follow me back over here. Come on. There you are. Let's get her front and center. Yeah, I don't have that, so. I think you should, Captain Canada. You fucking show them who's boss, man. You show them who's fucking boss. They don't call you Captain Canada for nothing. Let's see. 610 high bid. Hi, what's up, Catcom? Welcome in. I don't, man. Gordon, I don't. I really don't. I just recently started showing the casting process. I was very, you know, I spent a lot of time figuring this out myself. And when you spend that much time learning things and not asking people, you kind of become very guarded with your information. And I've shared information with people that you would call friends, or maybe they would call themselves that, and then go, take that information and run and then stab you in the back. So I'm very reluctant to share. We started doing the live streams with showing the casting process because it's not very hard to find information on that, but we kind of wanted to show our customers and everything, like how we do things, or what it takes to create the pieces, because we do get a lot of, why do you charge so much over spot? Well, come watch us pour live and you can see just the casting process takes a little bit of time. And you know what you guys don't see are the failures, the fucked up pours that don't get finished because we have to re-pour them. It's like one out of every 4 or 5 that has some kind of imperfection that I can't look past. Um, yeah, I don't even want to show that part, Yokes, because the time we spent, and I mean, it's not anything crazy, but we spend a lot of time trying to figure out how to do it ourselves. And like I said, we get people that know hi. They don't even take me out to dinner first. It's just like, hey man, uh, where'd you buy your press? Or what kind of equipment do you use? I'm like, I don't even fucking know you. Who does that? Um, I'm very quiet and don't like to share things anymore. And you can blame some of the fucking snakes in the community for that. So nothing is lost in a pour. Absolutely nothing. We save everything. Even when we when we sand the back down, when we sand everything, we catch it all, and then I'll show you. We catch it all, and then I'll refine it down later. Well, this is about, call them floor sweeps. This little tray we got here is about, I don't know, 2 weeks of sanding, so it adds up pretty quick. Last time we did the refining part of it, and we had about 280 ounces of stuff that we sanded off. Oh gosh, sorry, Wheeze. Gold loses 2% in a melt. Well, I see what you're saying, from splatter and all that, or it gets lost in the crucible, or it gets lost in sanding. It doesn't disappear. Um, but if you're making things and you don't capture every bit of it, Like we capture a lot of it. I'm sure there's some stuff laying around, but it doesn't just disappear on us. It doesn't. A little bit to the left. All right, where are we at? It was 610 the high bid, still 610 going once. And this is for the prototype that you see on screen. 2.6 troy ounces prototype. The Woman of Wonder. Yeah. And that's fine. If it creates more people um, to get in this, we see people come and go. It happens all the time. Oh, I could do that shit. And then a lot of these people think that it's very easy and very profitable. But support your family on this pouring, and it's. I think our margins are pretty fucking good. I think our premiums, I should say, are pretty fucking good. She is, huh? Yeah. So I'm I don't know if sure, we maybe lose some of it and it's stuck in the crucible or it's stuck in the KO or it's splattered on top. But if I collect it all, it's all going to be there. Like I said, this isn't something that just disappears on you. If you have a good cleaning process and a good um, place to catch all your, so where we buff everything and sand everything, it all gets sucked up into um, a vacuum, and then we get it out of then we take it out of the vacuum. We get rid of all the heavy like sweep stuff, like the buffing wheel fabric and all that stuff. We burn that off, then that disappears, and it's we recover a lot of it. Yeah, I just what we do is I'll spend every 4 or 5 months. We'll go in there, we'll melt all of our everything that we sweep up off the floor or sweep up off the or get out of the vacuums. We put it into a crucible. I burn it all down, and then it like mixed with trash and stuff that sits on top, but the silver comes right out of it. Then we take that bar again and process it again, melt it down into a bar. This last batch we did, um, we took in 280 ounces and had them all tested at our local coin shop. He's got a really badass tester, um, and they all came out 4.9s fine. Have I ever fumbled a pour all over the place? Oh fucking a! I just did it today. Dropped one, kicked it. Now I have to report it. I wear flip flops when I pour. Absolutely. All right, so 610 going twice. 610 going twice. Appreciate that, sphincter. All right, let's see. 610 going 3 times. Going thrice. Or R E C. Maybe I'll show that process one day, Cadillac. Um, yeah, we just did it here in house. Like, there's sandpaper particles and all that shit. I'll show you what it looks like. We have some of the trash that's like this is what was like burnt on top of the silver. This little patty of trash, and I'm assuming that's like buffing wheel stuff. That's the sandpaper, all the little shits. Um, and that just sat on top of the silver in the crucible. and the silver was molten below it. And then when we poured, this kind of thing just stayed floating. And when the bar poured out, this stayed at the crucible, and I would just dump that out. And then I don't see any silver in there. Probably should go test it and see if there's any in there, but it's just a little patty of trash. Here's another one. This is another one we did. But there's like, if there is any silver in there, it's very little, not noticeable. So it's not too terrible. There you go, Captain Canada. You got a buyer for your other prototypes. Nice pickups, nice wins. Well, that's going to do it for the Midweek Meltdown. I appreciate you guys hanging out. We'll be back next Wednesday with the start of the new series. We'll do 8 characters. For those of you that won, I think I have everybody's information on who won. If not, it's like a moon rock, exactly. If you did win an invoice from us tonight and got the safe word correctly, and I don't have your information, Jason, Steve, I think I might have your information. If I don't, email me at info@recklessmetals.com. Yeah, no problem. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Share this out with more people. As the brand grows, your stack value grows. We got a lot of new people in the community and Facebook, and our secondary market stuff. People selling shit's been going for pretty good money. But the more this grows, I do as much as I can. But you guys do more than I can even explain. Like, you guys just posting shout outs and posting our pieces, it creates so much engagement in that group and makes things fun. I'm in here working way too much. We think about posting all the time, but I just never get around to it. I'm more focused on getting your guys' pieces out in a timely manner. So if you guys could do me a solid and post mail calls like you've been doing, I really appreciate it. I try and answer everyone I can and say thanks for the support. It's just so, we're a small business. For those of you that don't know, it's me and my brother full time, and my wife helps me out part time, and I get my brother-in-law 12 hours a week. So we're a pretty small operation. We've been pumping out a lot of metal. We've been keeping up pretty nicely. All of the website orders, thank you guys so much for those. But make sure you follow us on that Facebook group. It's a really fun group of people. We got a new piece coming out Friday. It'll be the second in the Last Testament series. Once that series is finished up, we'll come out with the medium and the larges. The larges will only be sold in a box set. I'm working on something cool for that. So jump off of here, head over to Facebook if you got one, and join that Reckless Metals group. You'll see it. It's just Reckless Metals. Pound that sand, right? I need a Facebook manager. I need a fucking secretary. I need a shipping department manager. But I don't trust nobody. I'll do it all myself until my kids are old enough to come and help. We actually set the shipping department up pretty cool for them. My daughter's going to be taking over the UV printing. And then my youngest is going to be taking over the 3D printing. We got a new 3D printer. We're working on printing some mini monster boxes for when we get that coin machine in here. So that'll be fun. I can't, man. I can't add you to the pre-order. I've seen the kind of shit you like to post. I gotta check on all that. All right, that's gonna do it for tonight. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you turn on those notifications. Stay till the end. You're gonna get a nice little ending. Put those police on speed dial. This song has been known to make people want to rob their own house. So be careful out there while you're listening to this. And have a good night. We'll see you on Saturday. Thanks, Cadillac.
hits that flame. There's no turning down this reckless night. It's the Midweek Meltdown. The Midweek Meltdown. We're melting fire into art. Every pore's a savage star. Yeah, it's the Midweek Meltdown. The metal's ready to scream. The sharp's a reckless machine, and every spark is carving out our fate. The molds are waiting to bite, the silver dripping like night. This is the chaos every Wednesday we create. We're counting down. The temp is rising high. We forge the cry.